My name is Ebony Janice. I go by Ebony Janice, which means that you should call me Ebony Janice. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm here to tell you not just that rest is not a reward, it's a requirement. I'm here to give you an idea of how to get some additional rest. Okay, so what we know for sure is that we live in a capitalist society. Capitalism on the back, a racist an anti-black racist capitalist society. That the capitalism here in the West, particularly in the United States of America, is built on the back of blacks, on the backs of blacks as a result of chattel slavery. This capitalism is the kind of capitalism that now is, spread across the world, but there was nothing like it before what happened here in the West as a result of chattel slavery in the United States of America as a result of this particular brand of chattel slavery. So there is a socialization in black people, particularly inside of black women, around production and like worthiness. Like, you are only as good as what you can produce. You are only as good as what can be commodified. You're only good if you can do something, if you can give something, if you can produce something, right? Because black women, and Dr. Dolores Williams talks about this in Women in the Wilderness. She's fleshing this out, this idea that black women, not this idea, this reality that black women are the only human beings used for both labor and reproduction. Like the way that you would use the earth, or like the way that you would use animals. Like when I say labor and reproduction, I mean, you are the laborer, you're doing the work, and also you are reproducing, giving birth to new laborers. That is how you use animals. You breed an ox, the ox gives birth to another ox, you let that ox grow into a certain age so that the ox can do more labor for you. So black women, having been socialized like the earth, like animals, like for being used for some purpose, you're like, what can you give? What can you do? What can you produce? We struggle to imagine a possibility or a reality where we could do nothing and be worthy. Whew. This coming from a recovering Capricorn. This coming from someone who's one of my life wounds is the idea that I will be worthy once I'm perfect. Okay, so I want to give you one example, and this is Soft Girl Science. This is, that's what today's arm is about. That's what today's, conversation is about. On Mondays for the month of May, I'm coming from this conversation of Soft Girl Science. Here's one tool that I would like to give you to actually rest. Okay, to actually rest, to actually lean into rest, to actually and when I keep saying actually, because sometimes we can think we're resting, but you're still scrolling, or you're still doing something, you're still on the laptop, you're still on social media, you're not actually rested. Take a bath. This is not a metaphor for something. Take a bath every single day. Lay in the bathtub. Put your bubbles in there every day. Actually, take 2 baths a day. I lay in the bathtub twice a day, morning and night right before I go to sleep. But if you can't do that for whatever reason, and what is going on that you can't give yourself 25 mother freaking minutes twice a day? Sorry, didn't mean to get so aggressive. I just feel like I've been begging y'all for so many years to dream and to be seated and to, I'm going to stay there. I'm a teacher. I'm a prophet and a teacher. I can be gracious as we're on this journey together. I understand. I really do. I really, really do. So forgive that outburst. 25 minutes twice a day. Run that bath water. Get in that bathtub. Turn those lights off. Light a candle. Turn some music on. Tell your bad tail children to go sit down somewhere. I know it's possible. My godson, when he was a baby, I was doing this like a prayer. I'm always in a doggone prayer protocol because this is like 15 years ago. But when my godson was a baby, I had him for the summer one time. And during this time frame, I had prayer alarms going off every hour. Every hour on the hour, these prayer alarms would go off. And he's like 3 years old at the time. And I remember hearing him say on more than one occasion, hearing that alarm go off and saying, time to pray. And then you know what he would do? He would go sit down somewhere. I remember taking him to church with me one Wednesday night, and I was up at the altar, like with my face in the altar, sobbing, crying. And I had him in my arm right here. And this usher came to get him. And she meant well, but he didn't need to go anywhere. What she thought she was doing was giving me space to just be in the prayer. She didn't understand that I had trained my baby. And I hate that language, but I had trained him up in the way that he should go. My baby understood at 3. He understood that when we are praying, this is what we do. I'm saying that to say, teach your family how to, when your prayer alarms go off, even if they're not going to pray, they know that there's time for them to go do something. You have to structure your life in such a way that the rest you deserve is not a reward. It is a requirement. Y'all don't like it when I preach good.